Good evening, everyone. Like always, we're late, and that's because we've had technical difficulties once again. I do think that's us done now. I think that's it. There's no sugarcoating it anymore. I think that's us pretty much relegated. The games we've got left, we ain't getting the points to stay up. I've said this for a long time now on these lives. Obviously, the previews took a hit this season. That simply isn't to do with the team. That's to do with the fact of how my kind of schedule changed in life. So the previews kind of got cut, really. But in the times where I have been recording, I've been posting, and I have been streaming. I've said for a while now that nothing at this club is done the right way. And today, kind of in my head, why I'm doing this now, confirmed to me that we're down. Absolutely shocking. We've done exactly what Barnsley did. When teams like Barnsley do it, we should look at that and think, right, that is what needs to not ever happen again with any team. Other teams should do that, which they have done. We didn't. Ultimately, we as fans have been given the shortest of straws this season. We've had to put up with an assistant that wasn't ready, another assistant that wasn't ready, and then we finally get an experienced manager, and it feels like it's too late. And even then, is Warnock the right person, to get the best out of these players? Because these players aren't good enough. These players are not championship standard. Out of that squad today, I looked at about 4 players and thought, yeah, they deserve to play for this team. Absolutely shocking where this team's gone, where this club's going. I fear we're going to do a Bolton. We're going to go down, and we're going to go down again, and we're just going to rot in those lower leagues. But then, obviously, like you say, Bolton are kind of on the up at the moment. I don't feel that we'd be capable of that. Maybe I'm just that negatively, kind of consumed at the moment that I'm not thinking straight. But it's been a waste of time this season. It's been a waste of money as well. A lot of us kind of have his own kind of separate personal lives away from football where we work. It's not worth spending that money on it anymore. I won't be doing another away day. Bottom line, won't be spending the money because not only do the prices keep going up, the trains are always striking. Nothing's ever done right, aside obviously from the football. So I won't be doing it anymore. I'm not putting myself through it. Just save me brass. It's not worth it because ultimately nobody cares. We're just numbers. This is the thing. As fans, nobody cares about us, or it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't look like it. So why should we? And that's just how it is. I wasn't there on Tuesday. Different reasons why I wasn't. I'm not going to make it about me because it's not about me. It's a bigger issue. I wasn't there simply because without going into too much detail, I'd kind of not had a great day, and then I kind of just got home and I fell asleep. And then by the time I woke up, I just thought I didn't want really enough time to even go. And then even then, it was just like no. So I probably could have just made it, but even then, it wasn't exactly feasible. Tuesday confirmed a lot for me. Today cemented it. If you're not beating, is that my car? If you're not beating Bristol City at home, and you're just losing, not even scoring, don't deserve to be in this league. Where that team We are that team. I'm absolutely embarrassed to say I support this club at this stage, because this club isn't the club with the values and the morals that I got brought up with, and I'm sure it's the same for everybody else in here. This is not what I had growing up. Now, I'm so lucky that I got to see a town that had a couple of seasons in League One, then went to the Championship, then went to the Premier League. And we got so greedy and kind of arrogant, thinking that that was what it was going to be, that we were going to be a bottom Premier League team. And if we came down, we'd have another go going back up, or we'd become an established Championship side. We were so naive as to think that, because it can all go like that. Blackpool, Derby, West Ham. We've seen these teams come down. Some of them go back up. Some of them never do. We're going to be that team, I swear. Honestly, I've been saying for months now that this squad is not good enough, that these players do not look like they want to be here, that they don't care. I mean, some of these players that we sign at points, they've had more clubs than Tiger Woods. And it's just like, seriously, what are we doing with ourselves? It's like, last season, even the players that couldn't play without having good players around them were working hard. Everybody wanted to be a Huddersfield Town player. And now, out of that squad that I looked at today, however many of them were panic buys, and then Pearson's got the nerve to come out in that interview and say, "Oh yeah, I need the fans to get behind us," and then he goes and gives a penalty away like that. Seriously, what is that about? Lee's great defender last year. This year, completely different player. He just completely looks out of his depth. Like, this team plays like it's just met each other for the first time. We've got loads of players in there that are not Championship standard, that are League One players that we brought up and tried to just kind of think, oh, well, if we just play him and keep playing him, maybe it'll sort itself. No, it won't. Even the players that are good, I didn't go on Tuesday night. Everyone I spoke to said that Diarra and Hungbo were absolutely dreadful on Tuesday night. But even so, for me, with what Hungbo's done since he joined, he can start every game. In comparison to who else is going to be there instead. Let's be joking. Let's look at some comments. We're going to be here for a while, I presume. So why not? Fanbase need to do more of this, games on my money on social media. But this is what happens. This is the beauty of it. Everybody says all this stuff, and then I get to game, and there's loads of people, me included, like looking around like this ain't good enough, starting chants and stuff. I'm not going to obviously say which specific chants they were, because everybody has a different chant that they start. Well, other people are starting Bromwich chants. I don't really get involved with those because it's kind of like, to me, I never get involved in just Bromby hate, because it's not just Bromby that's at fault at this club. It's about, like, Bromby's here. This is where the problem is. And everyone just blames Bromby and thinks, oh, yeah, if you get rid of Bromby, it's all going to be all right. It's like, what? So, yeah, I don't get involved with those, in fairness. But when the team aren't performing, there are plenty of people in that ground that will let them know. I'll be one of them. It's just not good enough at all. From top to bottom, we're just rotting slowly. Can't score, can't defend, no team spirit, needs a massive overhaul. Who were your 4 players? One brought in too late. Isn't the club I know exactly. Coming here to cheer myself up. Yes, lad. All right, guys. For relegation, sell everyone. Like a funny, yeah. When we lot at the same time deal with budget, which players do you think actually interested in you, Brad? This is an all-time low. This team is not even close to the team last season. We're second best at everything this season, and I've said it for months, and I've had people come up to me and be like, "Oh yeah, I don't think that's fair. We've looked decent in glimpses." No, sorry, no. I'm not I'm sick to death people papering cracks. And then you've got people, and I've always said this, and I'll reiterate this for the 1000th time. I'll reiterate it because I genuinely mean this. If you pay your own way, you get to say how it is. A couple of seasons ago, and I wasn't really working. I want this and that, so I didn't get it. I was like a naive kid, and he's like, oh yeah, if you leave, yeah, you're a fake fan. No, it's the biggest myth on the planet. If you leave early, you paid your way, do as you please, honestly. Because after this stuff I've seen this season, I've left early. I've wanted to leave even earlier than that, and I can't get out of the ground quick enough. I swear, honestly, it's just not. It's not the same. I don't know. It's just. I just feel like no one has any answers. And it's like, I just don't. I mean, where do we go from here? Like, apparently, from what I've heard, now we're going to get technical now. This is a bit more. I never really speak about money to do with administration and clubs because I don't really know. But, excuse me, I'm going to try my hardest to. I'm going to try my hardest to get my head around it all. So, my understanding is a deal has been agreed between Dean Hoyle and Phil, the previous owner, to sell the club, or to sell the club. But if it gets done before the 23rd of March, to sell something to do with administrators. From where my understanding goes, if it's before 23rd of March, we get a points deduction this season. If not, it goes to next season. Now, in my eyes, we're already down. You know, we're 6 points away from safety. And the next 3 games we've got, I mean, if we score in any one of 3 of those, I'll be happy. That's serious. That's how bad it's got. We've got Norwich next. I bet Wagner absolutely can't get enough of himself. I bet he's absolutely laughing his head off. Then we've got Millwall away. Joke. Middlesbrough at home. We've got more chance of Aaron Moy being on Masked Singer than us actually getting a win out of any one of those 3 games. That is how bad it is. There is 0 chance of it. And I've just put this on Facebook, right? This thumbnail, right? There's just a comment. Well, it's not confirmed yet, is it? Well, no, it's not confirmed, but we're not gonna stay up. Like it's not gonna happen. I'm telling you, and I'll look at everything. Yeah, and this is what my point I was gonna say is, you just sat there and, like I've said, you pay your own way. I respect that. You get to go to the game, enjoy the football how you want. You know, don't let none of these kids on TikTok with lemon emojis get to you. Like, you want to go into Tech Fleece and Air Forces, you crack on, pal. You know, no one can criticize you, but still fans clapping after a game, and it's like, what are we clapping? We're second best at every ball. They're not working hard enough. Don't know why we want to be there. Is it like, seriously? Yeah, see people messaging us at 30 points to play for. But we're not playing. We're not playing, we're just rolling over. That's the point. We're just not. I mean, you guys tell me in the comments, I'm one person, right? I'm one person out of 17,000 that go sit in that ground. Am I being out of order? Am I being a bit negative? Is there something that I'm saying that doesn't seem fair? Because I've sat there and been to these games, and this is what I take from them. It's genuinely that bad. Like, I don't know anymore. I'm second guessing my own things. That's how bad it is. I mean, what? Oh. Genuinely. We don't have anything asset wise that's going to keep us in this league. My head, we're already gone. Take the points deduction, go again next season. But if this club's getting sold, you know, this new owner, we need a manager. We don't need a head coach. There's not mess about with that for the next few years again. We want a manager that gets his own players. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. Spot on, Terry is fan. Spot on. And just genuinely, it's messing with my head now because it's like you've got teams, right, like Rotherham playing QPR, beating them 3-1. You know, you've got players grafting hard to get results that matter. And we're losing 4-0 to Coventry at home. You know what I mean? Like, Wigan manager that got them up is a good option. He was speaking to Bromwich in the ground on Tuesday night, but he's cheap, so that we'll go with whatever the cheap option is, regardless of how good they are. If they'll come for naught, we'll employ them. And I hate to say that because it sounds like I'm slagging off a lot of our staff, because I'm not. There's a lot of staff in this club that are absolute professional testaments to themselves. They've been brilliant. They've been with us through it all. Chico, Clements, we've been through it all. And they've stayed at the club. And I have the utmost respect for them. I mean, they must, God knows what they must think. But something's got to give. And it's just not. It's really all-time low right now. There were some comments above I wanted to read. Hang on a sec. Let me go back up a bit. Forest fan here, best mate, Huddersfield fan. No clue why you loaned out Sorba. He's your best player. Yeah. Here's some Mitch. Thanks for your comment, mate. Don't mean to be disrespectful by any means, but Sorba's kind of work rate, as soon as we got close to the World Cup, he was pulling out of tackles and everything, so he didn't want to get injured. And his work rate defensively was very poor. And his delivery was a shadow of last season. So we've had some bad players this season, but we've had some decent ones, but I won't say Sorba was one of them. There was a reason he were on the bench, ultimately. That Coventry game, respect for those fans. They won't sit there and watch it. I only did because I only see my mates on a weekend. Those mates I see at football, I only see when I'm at the football. So I stayed with them and literally, I think I were on Tinder at some point. Genuinely, mate were on 8-ball pool. I were on Tinder. It was a fun 20 minutes. I didn't watch game for the last 20. Why should I? Can't be bothered. Waste of time. They don't care. Don't look like it anyway. Got a comment. Reading the team's catch when they get points deduction. Enough to suggest it. We can only hope we got a chance for the last 2 games. Rotate deduction this season. Yeah, great go away. Yeah, that's my stepdad. He's downstairs. He's loving this. He's a Wednesday fan. He's rubbing his hands together. He can't wait. Amount of stuff I gave him when we beat him in semi-final. He can't wait, and I deserve it all. Serves me right, supporting Huddersfield. Sold me down river once again. Down and done. Spot on, train enthusiast. The club starting sacking managers and financial probably been cheapest to back Carlos. Listen to Ramsey. The amount we've spent in sacking managers and trying to do everything clever and cheap, we could have just backed Carlos. Could have kept O'Brien, kept Toffolo. They wouldn't have had to go to Forest. He wouldn't have had to wait until MLS to take him or something. Toffolo wouldn't have had to wait for Anderlecht. They'd have been Huddersfield Town in another promotion race. But no, we couldn't be bothered to back them. That Hoyle is ruining his legacy. Yeah, that's the one thing we say with Phil, is Phil got us to Wembley. Phil was very dodgy with some of the stuff he'd done, but he got us to Wembley, so we have to respect that at least. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing as well is like Knockout. He what is it? Apparently, he didn't play today and other day because of personal reasons. Now, if that is the case, let's respect his privacy. But just it's like we've signed him and he's just modelled shirts. Like, if he genuinely can't play, then he genuinely can't play. But you know, it's whatever. I'll be one sec. We're back. Yeah, Phil didn't have the funds, so we shouldn't have gone into it. Oil shouldn't have let him in, and now they're just kind of disagreeing with each other on the future. So it's just the signings we made. We could have just spent a bit more, and we'd have had another bite at promotion, but we wouldn't do it, and we've only got ourselves to blame. But like I've said, maybe I'm in a minority here. A lot of people say they're agreeing with me in this, but that's, I'm entitled to my opinion and I say it on here. I do think as well, obviously, Bromby said, judge me on my appointment with Fotheringham. Well, that were a barrel of laughs, wasn't it? Yeah, the only people that care at the moment is the fans, and ultimately, it's not worth it anymore. People might start to think as well. There are going to be a lot of changes on this channel for next season. If we continue to employ the same people, in regards to, we keep getting coaches that are assistants, and we keep getting, players that just want to play well for a move, don't want to play for the shirt, I won't be throwing money at it, and I won't be the only one as well. Honestly, you can say what you want about me and my support. I went on the coach with an extra an hour and a half added onto the journey, because it's a coach, you can only go so quick on it. I've been on that to Brighton, and I've watched us lose and get relegated from Prem. I've been down to Southampton in Cup. I've done loads of these long distances. Fair enough, I'm not as thinged as like some of my mates that did Yeovil on a Wednesday night. That's proper hardcore. But I won't be throwing money at it. Not really, nearly like I have this season and past few seasons, because it's just not worth it. We're not getting anything out of it. It used to be, you used to go through all your week, and you used to get to the weekend. Oh, football's here. Now it's just football's here. Now it's just, I'm playing this weekend. People genuinely come up to me, right? Whether I'm working or my family or my friends, and say, I'm playing this weekend. I go, yeah. The Albion are away. Yeah, they're at home. Oh, you going? Yeah. Oh, what's up? Oh, yeah, it's just a chore. It is just a chore. There's no fun or enjoyment in it. It's just a chore. It used to be this brilliant thing growing up when I used to love it, and it used to be, oh yeah, Get into the ground, yeah, have a pie, yeah. Of course, I wanted a pie. Yeah, have a pie, yeah. Yeah, go and get a pint or whatever. Well, obviously when I were old enough, but yeah, go get a pint or whatever. Yeah. Oh, yeah, might get a goal, be some nice limbs, and now it's just, don't lose 4-0. It's just, squad's not good enough. Manager's coming too late. Even if we can do it as a manager, not a magician. If we're Dynamo, it might be a different story, but we don't. And I've had people say to me all season, "Oh, don't worry, it won't be that bad. Yeah, it'll all work itself out." Like it's not Shrek, but it's not far away. There's no happy ending. It's just relegation, really. So absolute barrel laughs. That's it. Don't we all? It is now predicting us finishing around the playoffs. I said 9th because I thought, yes, Schofield will come in, but at least we might back him a bit. Oh God, why did I say that? Oh, surely not. Just had a comment on one of my posts saying keep the faith. Oh, God. Oh, keep the faith. Oh, even George Michael wouldn't have faith. This is just genuinely so boring now. Yeah, Ross is right. Just get it done. And then see what we're doing next season, and then we can all make a decision on whether it's worth putting ourselves through it. But, it's that thing. Anyone else got any more thoughts they'd like to put in the comments? Obviously, as always, I'm always curious. Even though I do look like I'm about to start crying, I am always curious. Exactly, Terrier Spirit's a myth. I've shown more Terrier Spirit in queue for a pie and a pint than they have on page. So what you know what I mean? Like, let's just put it into the playlist. Thoughts on Warnock so far? I don't think he'd be the man to take us forward, but it's nice to see him back at the club, and he's trying his best, I assume. But I do know he cares. Planned your League One away days yet? I won't be going. Won't be doing them. Like I said, a lot of these players have to go. So, and Kasumu and O'Brien and Ruffles is not tough. Yeah, Kasumu's been one of the better players, in fairness, here to Mitch, but Ruffles, no, just not good enough for this league. He's just a League One player, and I don't mean malice when I say this. Like, I feel like people as well are like, "Oh yeah, you can't say this, you can't say that about this player," but like, these players are just not good enough. Like, I'm not saying it to be vindictive. I'm not saying it because I get kick out of it or out. Like, I'm the one paying to watch it, so it's not like I enjoy it, but they're not good enough. And then whenever we sell a big player, it's like they do this thing where they waltz them in, like whatever, and they're like, right, we've sold this really good player for £15 million, £10 billion, and now, although what we could do, we could bank 5 of that and then spend 4 or 2.5 on 2 replacements. What we're going to do is we're going to put it all in the bank and pay off some debt that we've gathered over years, right? Put a nice Twitter announcement out and be like, "Oh, this B team player has been promoted," and the kid's like 17. Like he just still looks like he's queuing up for Radna Fizz, and he's sat there starting on Saturday. Poor kid don't know what he's doing. It's like every time we just bring someone from academy, we're like, "Oh, it'll do." We did it with Scott I when what is it? When we saw Bakuna and said, "Oh, Scott I's his replacement." What? They're not even close to being the same player. I just what? It just baffles me. And I feel bad for these kids. They're just getting thrown in deep end. It's like chucking me out wing on Saturday and be like, yeah, it's crack on, lad. Like, what? Oh, it's just so depressing. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Where's the faith? It's just hard. It's just not doable. But life of a town fan. It's just getting boring though now. That's the only thing. We'll never stop supporting them. We'll never stop going. But I won't be like going every week if it's like this. Like I won't throw money at it. It's not. I'm too stubborn for that. That's just me personally. That's kind of personally, I guess. But yeah, it's just fun. So fun. How's everyone else's weekend? Redoni our best. I'd say Redoni's been one of the worst. I think Redoni's probably one of the worst pieces of business we've ever done. Could have got Tinani for 1.5 and we got him for 800k. Would have spent double his money. Would have got a proven championship winger. And instead, I think he just loses ball too much and he just lacks end product. You know, what winds me up as well was when we had Van La Parra and we got promoted, everyone used to slag him off and said he did too much and had no end product. And that's exactly what Redoni's doing. I don't see any blame. What did Rajiv do wrong that Redoni does right? You know, mercenaries from that team that got promoted, I'd take them all back in a heartbeat, even if they were 35, 36. Like the Chris Lerver, used to die for badge, used to get involved. We don't get that now. Don't get not like that now. Just jog about, collect a wage, go home. No battering an eyelid. And I see people papering cracks. There's gonna be no like trees in forest left. The amount of times cracks have been papered. It's just best players on. I'd probably say Ungbo's probably the best player at the moment, or Kasumu. I'd probably say Kasumu is. I said that from the beginning actually, and now we're getting to that stage now where it's just not. He'll be gone next season. Kasumu. He's a championship player in my eyes. He won't still be with us. We'll get rid of him, and Scott High will be his replacement. Swear to God. But this is what gets me. Scott High goes on loan to Rotherham, right? Doesn't play a game. Plays like 5 games off the bench or something. Comes back to Huddersfield and starts. What? Seriously. Wow. That one I'd seen it all. Corberans, same. Although he's not been overly too bad. You know, like since he came back, you know, in comparison to everyone else is, you know, really bad now. So it can't get worse in theory. So Karoma's gone to Portsmouth. All Portsmouth fans have said he's nowhere near good enough, and now we're playing him. Oh. Can't do it. It's just too funny. What's happened to Canberra? Another panic buy. What's going on now? Honestly, it's just too funny. It's like it's all a big practical joke. I don't get it at all, but it's like, what can we do? As soon as I turned up to a lane, saw that starting lineup, and I'm like, why is Scott High starting if he's not? And I'm not against the guy, in fairness. Like, sometimes he hasn't played that bad, but it's the principle for me. It's like, why are we playing players that other teams don't want? That's the whole thing. So, It's just weird. It just makes no sense. And because it makes no sense, it makes sense for Huddersfield Town to do it. Won't be 1 second. Let's have a look and see what everything's saying. Apparently, we should have had a penalty. Who would you keep in sell for League One? Like, do you want me to do a quick buy, quick sell, keep, bench, and the rest? So it should be fun. Vaklik, I'd keep him to his like, but he won't stay at a League One club. Absolutely no chance. So gone. Pearson, I'd keep, but he's really got to start proving himself. Lees, I'd keep, but again, he's got to prove himself. Heelick, I'd keep, but I don't think we will. I think he'll just go. Ruffles, I'd probably keep because that's his level. Hogg, stay. Redone, is League One his level? Because he's a League Two player. That's where he came from. See if we can get any money for him. If not, keep. Koroma might flourish at that level. Kasuma will go. Jackson, probably his level. Wagon will go back to Cov. Rhodes, sell. I think he's done what he can. Hungbo won't play in League One. Edmonds Green, probably play because that's his level. Kamara, he'll get sold. Cash grab. Simpson, maybe so. Diarra, someone will come in for him. Bilikovic, someone will probably come in for him. Apart from that. Wow. Nichols will leave in fairness, yeah. Which will break our hearts, but Big Nick is a Bilikovic, that is a number one. Sounds like a good idea. But it's one of them. We'll have a quick look and see what, without smashing my phone, have a quick look and see what people are saying. It should be fun. Formation like playing 7 at back with Pearson. Yeah. 7 at back and just knocking it over the top. Exactly. Sounds about right. Anyone saying no? Watching it right now, absolute facts. Thank you, Jason. Do try, but yeah, try my hardest. What they're saying on here. Announce administration. Defo. Yeah. Absolutely no chance. Yeah. It's just not fun anymore. I've heard AZ Alkmaar owner wants to buy us if we go admin. Knowing, yeah, spot on, Ramsey. Knowing Town, we'd announce admin. Yeah, no, he's right. We would. We'd announce admin on 24th, just out of principle. Excuse me, just to be awkward. Yeah. Nothing better at Bristol match than I played chess a month ago. Go on, lad. Well in. I don't blame you, lad. Like I say, I was swiping on Tinder when we played Cov. So, if we go to admin, Hoyle won't even get 30% of what he wanted for the club in the first place. Yep, exactly. But that's his own fault. I don't want to see where this club's going, because we're just gonna keep falling. I've heard Crankies are interested. I won't be able to deal with this for him next year. Oh. Oh. Brad is too young. Oh no, I know the Crankies are. Don't worry, I've seen Benidorm. I've seen that episode. People shocked what happens. Yeah. Which manager would you have, Brad? I wouldn't have Chico. Club's turning into Adam's family. Hey, we shouldn't really be laughing and joking about him, fairness, should we? But it's what it's come to. Oh, it is what it is. But we've been live for quite a bit, actually. But yeah, if you do, I'm going to say enjoy, but I don't think you can enjoy this kind of content, in fairness. But if you can enjoy it, then obviously thanks a lot for watching. Yeah, Dean Isle in the chat. That is funny, in fairness. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I think we're going to call it there, because it's getting depressing now. But yeah, if you are new around here, please do leave a like. I'm not like to say if you enjoy, but it's not really something to enjoy, just me rambling. But thanks for all those who continue to support me, even though it's really kind of getting a bit bad now. Like, if you are new around here, please do subscribe. We are only 79 subscribers off 5k, which is starting to get really slow now because Town are doing so bad. No one's watching the videos. But yeah, a massive thank you for all the support that I'm getting. And I'll see you guys Wednesday when we get drummed by Norwich. I can't wait. The days have been counted down already. Come on, Town. Carry a spirit. Keep the faith. Up the Town. Neil Warnock's Barmy Army. Town are staying up. Yeah. Never doing that again. That were really cringy, actually. But yeah, I'll see you Wednesday. And thank you for all the support. And yeah, take care, everyone.